welcome to week 5 of the greenhouse updates in 2020. We're just going to give you a little peek on what we've been up to. Week 5 is going to be a really big week for us, and we're really excited to share it with you.
Today I spent all of my day in the greenhouse. We got all of the hanging baskets moved to the front house so that when they're planted they can get moved to the third house, which has a lot more hanging basket space. We got all of the 4.5s laid out and watered, all of the 6-inch talls and 6-inch shorts watered and ready to go. We have our biggest order of the year coming in on Thursday for plants that we bring in, plus things are really starting to kick up of the plants that are coming out of the house. We also finished up a little bench to add a little bit of space. I think it was actually 2 of them, one in that back corner and then one in the front. We'll take you around and show you. And we also got all the other hanging baskets watered and ready to go for Thursday. Alright guys, so this is the bench we kind of threw together just to add a little bit more space to this house because we're going to be packed this year. These are also the Regal geraniums, and they need a little extra light, so we just supplemented that with some lamps and a timer for them. And so we just have that timer where it kicks on right at dark and goes for an extra 2 hours, and it just kind of tricks them flowers into thinking it's later in the year so that they'll flower at the right time when we open. And that's the only thing that we have to do, the lights on there. Alright guys, so these are the 6-inch talls, and they're actually spaced so that when the plugs are planted into them, they will stay like that for basically until we open. These other 6 inches, these are the 6-inch talls and 6-inch shorts. So these are the dahlias that came in last week, and they are all spaced too. There's a few touches I gotta do to move stuff around. You put one more variety of dahlias here, and these are all the 6-inch shorts. And I moved some things around today, and I moved more of the shade stuff to the south end where there is a full wall there, so it doesn't let as much light in, and then the more sun-loving stuff towards this end. And the 6-inch shorts are also spaced out, and these will probably be their forever home until we sell. We also laid out all the 4.5s and watered them so they're ready to go for Thursday, so that when the plug order comes in, we can just go straight to transplanting. And there's, I believe, 1,440 4.5s here ready to go, and I think we're 200 short that I'm going to have to set out for tomorrow too and get ready. So we officially have this front greenhouse, which these two are connected, but we have this front house heated and going full time now with the fans on. We have all the 12-inch hanging baskets filled and watered, and then we have some mixes that were done up there waiting for a few more plants coming in on this order, and then all our 10-inch up there are filled and watered and ready to go. And we also lined this whole house with hanging baskets just to get some out of our way so we had some bench space. And then I also have some plants here that were started in the house and that have came out and they got transplanted, and a lot of these will end up getting transplanted into 4.5s again, but they just need a little bit more growth.
What are those pots right behind you there?
Oh. And these are the patio tomatoes. Nothing's in them yet. They're in the house actually growing, so in a couple of weeks here, probably just a week, they'll end up getting brought outside like this in an 806, and then once they're tall enough, they'll end up getting retransplanted into these patio tomato, I don't know, what do you call these?
Pots, cages.
These patio tomato pots.
I don't know.
But yeah, they'll end up getting retransplanted into these patio tomato pots. So once all these hanging baskets are filled, then they will all get their hangers put on. Oh no, the binky.
The binky.
And so they all get their they'll all get their hangers put on, and then they will get brought over to that other house and hung up over there, and then we'll have more space for all our 4.5s. And as you can see on that wall, which is kind of messy right now, but is all of the 806s that need to get filled. And all of them pretty much come from the house. And a lot of them, I can't even tell you the percentage is split between flowers and vegetables right now. But
Yeah, I know it's kind of hard to see, but those are stacked 4 or more high right now. There's a lot sitting over there.
yeah, so we need to get some room in this house so we can start transplanting things out of the house and into here. Alright guys, so today is Wednesday of week 5. We are doing some seeding today. And we have a lot to do. So for Wednesday we have all these impatiens to do. Thursday is all of these wave petunias. And you can see some of them have been dipped into. That we've used a couple for some hanging baskets and stuff like that. And then these are all the regular original petunias that are supposed to get seeded Friday. So I'm going to start filling some of these flats with our seed starting mix and get a move on. So these are the boxes that we get our plug orders in. I just try to reuse them for the year. And this is what I take out our transplants in. So I'm going to bring these out to the greenhouse and get to transplanting. Trying to record my transplanting station, and I knocked over a 12-inch pot and it broke. So I just threw up this table and it's in the back of our front house, and for now it's going to work as a little transplanting station. We have those cobillas and some cosmoses, which look a little funny because they were in the box, but they'll transplant fine. Then I have a couple experimental things, like the whole garden I put in over here. We gotta get them transplanted up. And it's kind of just some stuff I wanted to try for ourselves, just to see how early we can really start stuff and keep them growing in pots without stunting them before they get transplanted into our garden. Alright guys, so I got these peas and cucumbers transplanted up. We got 2 varieties of cucumbers and 1 variety of peas. I added these stakes so they have something to kind of, like the peas can grab on with their little fingers. And then the cucumbers, we can just kind of train them around. And you want to put these stakes in early so that the roots go around them and it adds a base, so it kind of holds them in place a little better. And we'll give these a little shot of water, and then they'll be added to the greenhouse. Kind of just a little bit of fun or experiment for the year to see how early we can start some stuff. I also transplanted the tomatoes and peppers up, and the peppers are probably pretty early. You can't quite see their true leaf yet. But the tomatoes, we have 3 different varieties, and I just ended up picking the best 3 of each because otherwise we're just going to have way too many, and we don't have a lot of space the way it is this year. So I picked 3 jet setters, 3 sun golds, which is like a cherry tomato, and then 3 sweet 100s, which is a red cherry tomato. And then for peppers, I picked 3 lunchbox mix, 2 North Star bell peppers, and 1 mucho nacho. And they just got a shot of water, so they look a little rough, and they're gonna go right in front of the heater so that them peppers can stay nice and warm and keep growing.
Alright guys, so we just got done filling up our hanging baskets and getting those done and clipped and ready to go. So now we're going to take the leftover plants that we didn't put into hanging baskets and go finish potting them up in our 4.5s in the other house. So today's Friday and we just got in another order. I think it's about just under 500 plants in this order, so really not too bad. This order is also going to complete our mixed baskets that we have waiting to be completed here. So I'm excited to be done with that. We still have a couple of hanging baskets that will get filled from plants that are coming from inside the house, like some petunias and a couple other things like that. But we're going to go ahead and get started and finish planting up these plants. One way we stay organized with our hanging baskets is we make up an Excel sheet that says what every hanging basket has in it for plants. And there are many of our mixed baskets that have plants coming in different weeks. So if that's the case, what we do is we make these tags right here that say which basket number they are, so we can keep track of what goes in each basket.